true. That visions are seldom what they seem. Cool. I definitely need a new mic because I'm tired of like stretching over. All right. Wait, did I pause? No, I haven't paused. Why is it pausing? Oh, it's just okay. Cool. All right. All right. All right. Everything's working. Everything's fine. Let's go to the top. Take 5. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم and off we go. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to another episode of Quran in English. My name is Ahmed and I'm happy to take you through the second section of Surah Ghafir. Before I get into it, I'd just like to do a shout out to all of the people who took time to comment on the YouTube videos. I appreciate it. It's very nice. It's very cute. I'm learning from you. There's a lot of people that have corrected me on a lot of things, shared different perspectives. I raise a few questions, they answer them. I'm loving it. It's very cute, and I really thank you, each and every one of you, for taking the time to share your perspective. It's very nice. It's cool to see. And as usual, Mr. Matar, you're always there, so I appreciate you. So what am I doing here? I'm here to learn about the Quran, read it in Arabic, discuss it in English. I will be making mistakes because that's how learning happens. So if you like that type of content, feel free to hang around and check it out. If not, then maybe this ain't for you. But let's get into it. I love the Quran. I love being here. I love doing this. So let's give it a go. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أولم يسيروا في الأرض فينظروا كيف كان عاقبة الذين كانوا من قبلهم كانوا هم أشد منهم قوة وآثارا في الأرض فأخذهم الله بذنوبهم وما كان لهم من الله من واق. We've heard this expression many, many times in the Quran. Did they not travel through the earth, and they can see how was the end of those who were from before them? So did they not travel on the earth and see, the people that before them, what happened to them, the end of them? They were stronger in might, stronger than them in strength, and their impressions in the earth were bigger. But then God sees them for their sins, and nobody was for them against God and in any sort of protection. Nobody was able to protect them from God. I always struggle with this because it's like, do they not see? Maybe it was more apparent back then because, I'm well traveled, but I don't see. But maybe this ain't for me. You know what I mean? And we're going to get into an interesting conversation because we're going to talk about Moses, and there's somebody in the time of Moses that I have a curiosity about. But we'll get to that when we get to that. ذلك بأنهم كانت تأتيهم رسلهم بالبينات فكفروا فأخذهم الله إنه قوي شديد العقاب. That is because they used to come to them, the messengers, with clear proofs, but they disbelieved them, and so God sees them. Indeed, he is all strong, severe in punishment. Shout out to Safa. Iqab is not punishment. Adab is punishment. I don't think that's accurate. I think Iqab is punishment and Adab is torture, if I think about it. Anyway. So what is it saying here? It is saying messengers used to come with clear proofs, but they all persisted in disbelief, so God sees them. God is severe and powerful in punishment. وَلَقَدْ أَرْسَلْنَا مُوسَى بِآيَاتِنَا وَسُلْطَانٍ مُبِينٍ. And certainly we sent Moses with our verses, with our signs, and an authority that was clear. So we're back to the story of Moses. إِلَى فِرْعَوْنَ وَهَامَانَ وَقَارُونَ فَقَالُوا سَاحِرٌ كَذَّابٌ. We sent Moses to Pharaoh and Haman and Qarun, and they said he was a magician that is a liar. We've heard, I know Moses has referred to the most in the Quran. He is the most referred to messenger prophet. His name is mentioned the most times. فلما جاءهم بالحق من عندنا قالوا اقتلوا أبناء الذين آمنوا معه واستحيوا نساءهم وما كيد الكافرين إلا في ضلال. So when he came to them with truth from us, they said, kill the sons of those who believe with him and let live the women. And the plot of disbelievers is nothing except for dalal is kind of like misguidance, confusion, and vanity is an expression, error is an expression. The plot of the disbelievers is wasted. You can scheme and plot all you want. It's not going to affect you. وقال فرعون ذروني أقتل موسى وليدعو ربه إني أخاف أن يبدل دينكم أو أن يظهر في الأرض الفساد. And Pharaoh said, leave me to kill Moses. Let him call his Lord. Leave me to kill Moses and let him call his Lord. And then Pharaoh continues saying, indeed, I am afraid that he will change your religion or that he may cause to appear in the land corruption. Which is ironic. Isn't it amazing how the corrupt always blame you for corruption? And I'm sure everybody has experienced this. When a toxic person, sees you standing up for what's right or doing what's right, they're like, why are you being so toxic? And you're like, what you are accusing me? Like, confusion. So it's kind of the same. It's good to see that the Pharaoh is just a garbage human. And the fear is that they will change religion. So there's a lot of irony in this. Because a lot of people nowadays have strong ties to their religion. I'm a Muslim, I'm a Jew, I'm a Christian. And everyone's like, no, it has to be me, it has to be right. I'm only blah, blah, blah. And the fear of changing religion is something that existed back then and exists today. And I'm not going to get into the nuances and the differences between the Abrahamic religions or what they believe or what they're focused on. But the focus that everybody has to see it my way and nobody can change what I'm seeing is also the same problem that Pharaoh was doing, which was kind of, obviously they don't compare because he was also doing a lot of more terrible things and he didn't believe in God. But the point being is that we should be following the religion of truth, the religion of God, the religion of guidance, and not so focused on persisting in our ways. That's the point that I want to make. But the last part, that he may cause corruption in the land, like, okay, Pharaoh, Mr. Killing men and leaving children and killing babies, yeah, they're the problem. Sure. وقال موسى إني عذت بربي وربكم من كل متكبر لا يؤمن بيوم الحساب. And Moses said, indeed, I seek refuge in my Lord and your Lord from every arrogant one who does not believe in the day of reckoning, the day of account, the day of judgment is not correct. Reckoning and account, where like every score will be tallied. Game end. So this is what Moses said. Moses said, I seek refuge. He says, my Lord and your Lord, because God is their Lord as well. It's just their choice whether they want to believe in him or not. We can get into whether they believe in him or not, because a lot of the times the pagans used to believe in multiple gods and the one creator God. But let's not get into that nuance right now. Now this person seems interesting. وقال رجل مؤمن من آل فرعون يكتم إيمانه أتقتلون رجلا أن يقول ربي الله وقد جاءكم بالبينات من ربكم وإن يكو كاذبا فعليه كذبه وإن يكو صادقا يصبكم بعض الذي يعدكم إن الله لا يهدي من هو مسرف كذاب. So, and a man who believed from the people of Pharaoh, but he was concealing his faith, said, do you kill a man that says, my Lord is God? And indeed it has come, and he brought to you clear proofs from your God. So again, interesting turn of phrase. Do you kill a man that says, my Lord is God, and he came to you with proofs from your Lord? So very distinction. So even though Moses is saying it's my God, he came to you with proofs from your Lord. So this person believes, but he's also asking it in a very, obviously he's concealing his faith. He's not being, he's not showing that he believes, and he's asking kind of a rhetorical question, because usually that's the best way to get through to people who are stubborn, is to like get them to get to their conclusion. So he came to you with proofs from your Lord. And then he says, and if he was a liar, then upon him is his lie. It's a lie, and, he's going to carry the weight of it, and there's nothing that's going to change. But if he was telling the truth, maybe it'll strike you some of what he promises you, or he threatens you with. So if he's telling the truth, then maybe you're going to get what he got. Like, if he's a liar, nothing's going to happen. If he's telling the truth, maybe you're going to get it. Which, okay, it's also a difficult concept to have, because humans can lie, and acting based off of a threat that you don't necessarily believe might be difficult. But this person is saying that. And then he continues saying, indeed, God does not guide whoever is the transgressor of a liar. Will you kill a man, i.e. Moses? Yeah, we know we're talking about Moses. But thank you for that clarification. So I don't know who this man is. And he has a lot of verses. And I don't know if he's an archetype or if he's a perspective, but this person who believed but was on the other side. And it's good to it's good to note that maybe at the time of Moses, this person wasn't apparently a believer. It's good to note that sometimes you think somebody is not believing, but in their hearts it is believing, and they're trying whatever they can to support. The lesson here for me is to not judge anybody, because you don't know what's in their hearts. Don't judge by their words, judge by their actions to some extent. Anyway, but I don't know who this man is, because he plays a big role in these next verses. He continues saying, يا قومي لكم الملك اليوم ظاهرين في الأرض فمن ينصرنا من بأس الله إن جاءنا قال فرعون ما أريكم إلا ما أرى وما أهديكم إلا سبيل الرشاد. So the man continued saying, O my people, for you is the kingdom today dominant in the earth, but who will help us from the punishment, from the might is the correct word, of God, if it comes to us? Then Pharaoh said, in a rebuttal, I do not show you except what I see, and I do not guide you except to the path of guidance, to the path of righteousness. Which is interesting to note. Usually the corrupt have a belief that they are doing correct. They believe in what they're doing, even if it's twisted, even if it's confused. That for me, like, also, whenever we're talking about movies and villains, a movie or a villain that acts evil or mean because they're just evil or mean is an underdeveloped character. Usually people who commit terrible atrocities believe that this is the right way to do it, believe that this is the right way for them, not necessarily the right way for all. But they have a concept of, like, he also could be lying, but I think that the Pharaoh genuinely believed that he's guiding them. Yeah. And we know the concept that if God doesn't guide you, you're never going to be guided. So you could be confused in thinking that you're guided, وقال الذي آمن يا قوم إني أخاف عليكم مثل يوم الأحزاب. And said the one who believed, he continues talking, O my people, indeed I fear upon you the likes of a day of the enemy forces. Enemy forces is correct because there's also a verse called Al-Ahzab. I'm going to just do this and make my life easier. Yeah. And he said the day of the Ahzab. So who are the Ahzab? He continues saying, مثل دأب قوم نوح وعاد وثمود والذين من بعدهم وما الله يريد ظلما للعباد. He says the enemy forces, like the plight of the people of Noah and Ad and Thamud and those from after them, and God does not want injustice for his slaves and his servants. So not only does this person believe, this person is very learned. He knows these stories. He knows what's happening. But also, maybe at the time, it was easier for everybody to know these stories, and that's when it was told, go through the land and see them. Maybe there were less distractions back in that world, so it became easier. Maybe if I close this, will I get... Yes, they get more light. See, cool. But this person not only is preaching truth, believing, and asking rhetorical questions that get you to the point of, okay, this doesn't make any sense. He also knows about Noah, Ad, and Thamud. Who is this person? And how did he get this conviction in his belief? Very interesting. وَيَا قَوْمِ إِنِّي أَخَافُ عَلَيْكُمْ يَوْمَ الْتَنَادِ. And O my people, indeed I fear upon you the day of calling, the day where you'll be crying out to each other. Like, this person not only knows, but he understands completely. يَوْمَ تُوَلُّونَ مُدَبِّرِينَ مَا لَكُمْ مِنَ اللَّهِ مِنْ عَاصِمٍ وَمَنْ يُضْلِلِ اللَّهُ فَمَا لَهُ مِنْ هَادٍ. On the day that you will turn back, fleeing, it is not for you from God, from any protector. They said so many different words for protector. No, the Asim here, and Waq before or after. الأرض فساد إنه ضلال ساحر كذاب مبين. Okay. No, it'll say Waq a bit later. I read it before and I didn't say it. يوم التناد من عاصم. Asim is, I want to say, opponent. You know? Right? No, Dutch, English, Arabic. Really? You're just going to say awesome. Translate it in English. Oh, protector, defender, or guardian. Okay. But yeah, they use this word, and I'll show you why, because a bit later we use a different word, but it's kind of the same concept. وَمَنْ يُضْلِلِ اللَّهُ فَمَا لَهُ مِنْ هَادٍ. And whoever God causes to be misguided, or causes them to be misguided, then there's nobody that will be able to guide him. If God chooses to misguide you, nobody's going to be able to guide you. Sorry, he lost Bindakas. And then he continues saying, وَلَقَدْ جَاءَكُمْ يُوسُفُ مِنْ قَبْلُ بِالْبَيِّنَاتِ فَمَا زِلْتُمْ فِي شَكٍّ مِمَّا جَاءَكُمْ بِهِ حَتَّى إِذَا هَلَكَ قُلْتُمْ لَنْ يَبْعَثَ اللَّهُ مِنْ بَعْدِهِ رَسُولًا كَذَلِكَ يُضِلُّ اللَّهُ مَنْ هُوَ مُسْرِفٌ مُرْتَابٌ. And indeed, Joseph came to you from before him with clear proofs. But you are still in doubt about what he brought to you, even though Joseph came with clear proofs. Until when he died, you said, God will not send from after him a messenger. I don't know why it says raise. Maybe the word is translated raise, but send is the more accurate, meaningful understanding. From after him a messenger. Thus God lets go astray those who are transgressors and doubters. Yeah, so Joseph, I kind of understand him knowing a bit better because Joseph was in Egypt, and this was very local. But Ad and Thamud don't feel like Egypt. Noah feels a bit older. But this person like knows, and it's so easy to be confused. So I'm just very impressed by those who know. What is the meaning your ancestors? Because Joseph died over 400 years before Moses. Yeah, but even then, 400 years is not a small amount of time. Like, it's a long life. So who is this person, this believer? الذين يجادلون في آيات الله بغير سلطان آتاهم. الذين يجادلون في آيات الله بغير سلطان آتاهم. كبر مقتا عند الله وعند الذين آمنوا كذلك يطبع الله على كل قلب متكبر جبار. There's that word. Someone had posted a comment saying maqt is hatred, I believe. I could be confused, but I appreciate all the comments is all I'm saying. Those who dispute in considering the signs of God without any authority that has come to them, greatly is the hate. كبر مقتا عند الله وعند الذين آمنوا. How despicable is that for the God and the disbelievers? No, greatly is that hated near God and near those who believe. It's not that how despicable is that for Allah and His believers, it's how much they hate, how much God and the believers hate this. I mean, I don't really hate it. I don't really care for the disbelievers. They're not my focus. It's the believers I care about. The disbelievers can beep, 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 beep. It's YouTube censorship. It was a really bad insult, but the YouTube censorship got there. Thus, God stamps over the hearts of every arrogant tyrant. So this person is referencing Ad, Thamud, Noah, Joseph, talking about God's signs and disbelievers and transgressors. Like, he's preaching gospel. He's preaching truth. A lot of it. Who is this person? وقال فرعون يا هامان ابني لي صرحا لعلي أبلغ الأسباب. وقال فرعون يا هامان ابني لي صرحا لعلي أبلغ الأسباب. And then Pharaoh said, O Haman, construct for me a tower that is so that I may reach the ways, the pathways. Which pathways? أسباب السماوات فأطلع إلى إله موسى وإني لأظنه كاذبا وكذلك زين لفرعون سوء عمله وصد عن السبيل وما كيد فرعون إلا في تباب. Which ways? The ways of the heavens, so that I may look upon the God of Moses, and indeed I think of him as to be a liar. And thus it was made fair seeming. Thus it seemed like a good idea to Pharaoh. The evil of his deeds was like, oh, I'm so clever, I'm so smart. Seemed like a good idea. And وصد عن السبيل, and he was blocked from the path. He was hindered from the right way. He was blocked from the path. And the plot of Pharaoh was nothing except for ruin. But the plotting of Pharaoh was only in vain. What does it say? C 28:38. No, we're good, actually. It's pretty clear. He thinks he's a liar. Of course he does. Was there a knock? Oh, I don't think so. وقال الذي آمن يا قوم اتبعوني أهدكم سبيل الرشاد. And the one who believed said, follow me, I will guide you to the path that is correct and guided. Who are you? We know what Moses said. We know what Aaron said. We know what the Jews said. We know what the magicians said. We know what Pharaoh said. We know what many people said. Who are you? يا قوم إنما هذه الحياة الدنيا متاع وإن الآخرة هي دار القرار. He said, oh, my people, indeed this life of the world is only for enjoyment, and indeed the hereafter is the home of settlement. How do you know all of this? Or maybe he just paid attention to the lessons that were shared from before it. But like, how do you have such a strong supporter? Because it is an indication by they said that the man who believed, he's not named as a prophet, a messenger. He's not named at all. He's named as a person, which is kind of powerful and significant. I mean, a lot of the times we remember the names of the prophets and the messengers, but we don't recognize that in order for faith to spread, it also takes human people, as if the others aren't human, ordinary people. Oh, ordinary, I don't like the word. People that aren't messengers or prophets. It takes them speaking up, it takes them preaching, it takes them sharing, it takes them being true and being honest and being fair. And they're very powerful. Hold on to truth and spread it as far as you can, essentially. من عمل سيئة فلا يجزى إلا مثلها ومن عمل صالحا من ذكر أو أنثى وهو مؤمن فأولئك يدخلون الجنة يرزقون فيها بغير حساب. Whoever does an evil deed, then he will not be recompensed except for the like of it thereof, something equivalent to the bad deed. And whoever does righteous deeds from males or females, while they are a believer, technically it says while he is a believer, but the point being is that he does not always refer to male or female. He is genderless, oftentimes. She is gendered. He is applicable to both. While as a believer, then those will enter paradise, and they will be given provision in it without reckoning. Without limit is understood, but it's the same word for reckoning. Where is that word waq? I thought it was. Did I not see that word? Because I talked about. Oh wait, did I read after it? Maybe is it? No. Huh. Am I seeing things? Sorry, I just want to try and find. I thought it was at the end of a verse. Hmm. Aha, Manwaq. Okay. Not said for anything for as a protector. It was the first verse. And it was not for you against God any waq, which is different to the word awesome, because awesome is used protector or defender. What does waq mean? Ooh. Girlfriend. Protective. So many different variations, and there's got to be nuances to these words. One who safeguards, shields, or preserves others from dangers. Meaning protector or guardian. Surat Ghafir, Surat Al-Ra'd. protect her against God. I don't know what the differences are between these words, but I mean, the Quran is kind of marvelous. But that brings us to the final verse of today, chapter 4, verse 40 of chapter 40. 40. Oh, we used to play a game when we were younger called 40. I think, right? Hide and seek 40. Is that a thing? Yeah. 40, known as 40. An exciting mashup of hard to seek and tag. Wow. How to play 40. Wow, I completely forgot about this until now. That was a very wild thing. But yes, thank you for watching. Welcome to my distracted learning of Quran. Yeah, I am excited. And I will see you guys next week. As usual, we always end with Sadaqallah al-Azim. Not official, but not bad. I thank you for watching. I appreciate you. And have a wonderful day, weekend, life. And I will catch you on the flip side next week. Inshallah. Goodbye. Bye.